If your message takes more than one sentence, you lose impact. Think about the last time someone asked you, what do you do? Did you give a simple, clear answer, or did you stumble through an explanation hoping they would eventually get it? Here's the truth. Most people overload their message because they think more words equals more value. But in reality, every extra sentence adds noise. It makes you harder to follow and makes your point completely forgettable. I've always felt that my biggest struggles in communication came down to two things: structure and clarity. Communication is a very broad skill, but for me, those were the sticking points. I could talk, I could explain, but people didn't really get it. I wasn't creating those aha moments where everything just clicks for the listener. That started to change when I learned to strip my message down to its absolute core. To stop rambling, to stop adding unnecessary explanations and side notes, to focus on the one true message, the single thing I want people to walk away with. And that actually happened when I started using the one sentence rule. It forces you to actually condense your ideas until they actually land. And once you master this, people will remember you and spread your message for you. If this kind of content resonates with you, you should definitely hit subscribe, and there's a link in my bio you should definitely check out where you can book a call with me for free. And that's why today I want to talk about it. I'll show you how to craft your message into one sentence. I'll show you why this skill is something every top communicator and salesperson uses. And I'd give you a challenge to practice it today in order to actually perfect it. Because in communication, clarity is everything. And if there's one truth in sales, negotiation, or leadership, it's this: a confused mind says no. I want you to remember that. A confused mind says no. This principle has been taught for decades in classic sales training. The moment you force someone to work too hard to understand you, you lose them. The human brain is wired for simplicity. We latch onto messages that are short, clear, and easy to repeat. Anything else just creates friction. Think about the great salespeople, public speakers, or leaders you admire. They will never overwhelm you with details up front. They grab you with a single line, a sentence so simple that you know exactly what they stand for. That's not a coincidence, it's an absolute skill. They've learned to condense their value, their idea, or their offer into something that lands fast and sticks. It's kind of like a hook in videos. We are taught to handle hooks so that we grab attention immediately. And if we want more details, we'll ask for it, watch more. And here's the thing: when you can't distill your message into one clear point, people assume one of two things. Either you're not confident in what you're saying, or you don't fully understand it yourself. Neither builds trust, neither gets you remembered, and neither makes people want to follow your lead or actually buy what you're selling. So the one sentence rule isn't only about bravery, it's about actual authority. It signals you know your stuff so well that you can make it simple, and that kind of clarity is magnetic. People lean in when they hear it, they remember it later, and they repeat it to others, spreading your message for you. Easy marketing. And that's the hidden power of one sentence. It turns your communication into something sharp, confident, and contagious. So let's make this practical. Whenever you're about to answer a question, especially in high-stake ones, like what do you do, why should we choose you, or what makes your idea different, challenge yourself to start with one sentence that lands the core message immediately. So here's how you actually build it. First, you have to identify the essence of what you're saying. Strip it back to the single most important thing you want them to remember. Not the details, not the backstory, just the outcome or the value you bring. One core message. Think one lane. So instead of, well, I'm kind of like a coach, but I also do consulting and sometimes I help people with their presentations, I would say something like this: I help professionals speak with clarity and confidence under absolute pressure. Very easy, very, very quick. It creates a hook that people leans into. They get the idea of what I do, but now they actually want to learn more as well. And then step 2 is to make it audience focused. Classic sales technique teach that people buy outcomes, not the process itself. The same goes for conversations. They listen for what's relevant to them, not a list of what you do. So instead of I specialize in management systems and operational frameworks, like what does that even mean? You say I help business owners streamline their operations so that they can scale faster. One sentence, one value point, now they care enough to ask more. And then step 3, as always, use plain, strong words. So no jargon, no filler words like basically, kind of, or what I try to do is those weaken your message, they absolutely dilute your message. Think of the strongest sales pitches. They're clean and specific. Your one sentence should feel exactly like that. So an example for this could be, this is before using the one sentence rule, is I guess what I do is help people with anxiety kind of find ways to communicate better. It kind of sounds like I don't really know what I'm saying, like I don't really know what I do. Instead, I would say something like this. I teach people to speak with calm confidence, even when they're nervous. That's very simple, it's very direct, and therefore easy to remember. And as always, if they want more detail, they can always ask for it. As everything else I teach, as all the frameworks, as everything that I talk about, this is a skill, which means it gets stronger with reps. It's like a bicep. If you want your bicep to become stronger and bigger, you have to do more reps with it. So here's the challenge. How can you actually improve it? Pick 3 questions you hear often about you or your work. Write 3 different one-sentence answers for each one. Say them out loud while you're recording yourself and then listen back. Ask yourself, does it land quickly? Is it audience-based? Would they be able to repeat it to someone else? 3 questions. Does it land quickly? Is it audience-based, audience-focused? Would they be able to repeat it back to someone else? Do this daily for a week and you'll start to notice something. Your answers will feel so much sharper, your confidence therefore rises, and people respond differently because your words are easier to follow and harder to forget. The one sentence rule is a very small shift, but it creates massive results. When you learn to distill your message this way, you don't just sound more confident, you become more trusted, more memorable, and more persuasive in every conversation. If you want help building skills like this so you never ramble, never freeze or lose impact under pressure, book a free call with me via the link down below where I can help you. We'll map out exactly what's holding you back in your communication, and I give you a plan to start speaking with clarity and calm in any situation. And if this video helped, you should definitely hit subscribe. I post frameworks like this every single week to help you communicate with authority and ease. See you in the next video. Bye bye.